Hello, welcome to my Squid Games in Minecraft. This is season 1 Squid Games, made in 2021, so let's just get straight into it. Alright, so first we have the player lobby, where they all sleep. And here's the piggy bank right here. And then right here is where the guards stand on their platform, explain how much players died and the rules and all that. And then here is the elevator right here. I'll get to that in a bit. But anyway, let's head through this place first. So if we come down here, this is where we will find the bathroom. So right here, if you go through here, this is the open vent, where 067 and 212 got inside the vent and saw the kitchen. We can go through this door right here. Alright, so right here will lead us to the bottom of the staircase. So here's a circle guard. And right here is this is the camera where it takes your photo. You can see this in season 1, episode 1, red light, green light. So if you press that, you take your picture and all that. Alright, so let's head to the first game. Alright. Oops. So right here is my red light, green light, and if you're wondering, all of the games are indeed functional. Whoops. Alright, so this is how the rule. Hold up. Those are the rules right there. You can read them. So basically, what happens is in red light, green light, you can run when it says green light and stop. You have to stop when it says red. If you're mirroring during red, then you'll be eliminated. And if you don't know what that means, that's what happens. And I did not build the entire island because I do not have World Painter and I'm not that good at commands, but yeah. So it can say red light, green light, and look, you can see the doll head moving. But yeah, I really like this place. I think it's very good. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway. Alright. So, if we head to down here. Yep. Alright, so this is Dalgona. You can see this game in episode 3, The Man with the Umbrella. But in this, you're going to be doing parkour based off the shape you pick. So if we go ahead and open this, all the doors will open and you have to enter one. So let's say I pick star. I'll be have to doing 3 block parkour. So yeah, all are the same except like the distance between the blocks. So like triangle being the easiest, it'll be 1 block, and umbrella being the hardest, it's gonna be 4 block. Yeah. So yeah, it's supposed to be a playground theme. So here's a slide, swing set, merry-go-round thing, and then that's one of those things you can climb on. All right. Next game. Oh wait, whoops. All right. So let's go to the next game, which is, you'll see. The next game would be Tug of War. You can see this in episode 4, I believe. It's called Stick to the Team. And yep. So you're gonna be using hold up. You're gonna be using fishing rods to try and pull the opposing team off. Right here, and then they'll fall all the way down here, and then guards will come out through there, pick them up, and put them in the incinerators. Alright, next game. Alright, so this is marbles. So in this, I just made it like hide and seek, you know, since it's like a bunch of houses. So here's where 067 and 240 played. And then right here's where 001 and 456 played. And yeah, very, very detailed. You can see all the rooms here. This took me a while to build, but I did take some inspiration off of Toofy. Check him out, his is good. But anyway, alright, let's head to the next one. And that would be glass stepping stones. So here's one of the another waiting rooms. Right here we just have a random, here's some random rooms I have put. But anyway, let's head to the waiting room. Alright, so here is glass stepping stones. So here's a manager, you know. And then instead of using glass, I don't really know how to do that, so I just use barriers and structure voids. And if you fall, then you fall all the way down here. Here, I'll explain. So basically, there's one glass thing that makes you fall through it, and one that holds you. So yeah. But yeah, once you make it to the end, you pass, and I'll get to this room in a second. But yeah, if they fall, the guards will come out, bring them to the incinerator right there. Alright, let's head back. This is a very long hallway, by the way, sorry about that. Alright, if we head to down here, so there is a bunch of like Easter eggs and stuff, you know, random hallways, as you can see in the show. Like in a fair world, you know, the doctor is trying to find his way out, and he gets to Dalgona. So here's the operation room. This is where, you know, the two soldiers, the two circles, and the doctor, you know, they would dissect the players and harvest their organs. You know, like eyeballs and all that. Anyway, let's head back out. Alright, so I think it's time that we head to the guard areas, so let's head there. Alright, here are the guard area rooms, you know. All the rooms look the same, as you can see. So I figured this place could be for the soldiers, the triangles, you know. And so this for the triangles. And then down here, here are just some random rooms, you know. But down here is the circle quarters. You know, where all the circles are and stuff. But yeah, you can see it when the detective is in there. Alright, here's the elevator. Here, wait. So right here is the shooting areas. You can see these in like season 2, episode 3, but I just added them anyway because we know that they were there. Alright, now let's head here. Alright. So down here, this is the guard halls. Down here is the player preparation room. You know, they would put them in their uniforms and then take them to the player lobby. Here's the incinerator. You know, they would bring the coffins here, put them in here, and then burn them. Alright. Yep, some storage. And then this leads to like glass bridge, tug of war, and the staircase. Here is the kitchen. You know, where they would cook all the food for the VIPs, guards, and players. And then right here, one of my favorite rooms is the VIP lounge. Here, we also have functioning curtains, and here's the manager that plays with the chess pieces. But yeah, functioning curtains, and then this is where the line would sit. Ox, deer, panther, eagle, and finally bear. So I think the theme was supposed to be like animals in the jungle, but yeah, it's very cool. And then if we go behind the stairs, this leads to the private rooms, you know? Just a bunch of neon art and all that. Yeah. And then right here is the freezer. If you remember, whenever the detective found one of the waiters, he took his costume and threw him in a freezer. Now if we go down here, this leads to the VIP, or the front man's office. So, you know, here's his bathroom, his shower, and all that. And then right here, if we come down here, leads to the diving area. You know, here are the explosives, in case they ever need to detonate the place. So yeah, you can see this when the detective and the other worker are here. They get the organs and they come down here and they swim under. It's very difficult to get out of here. Let me try real quick. There we go. Alright, so if we head right here, this leads to you know, like the front man's room, you know, where he sleeps and stuff. Here is his cellar. Whoops. Here is Ilnom's room, if you remember at the end. You know, you can see this is his bed, and then here's his chair, his sofa. And yeah, we just got some random storage rooms. Alright, if you go here, this is the control room. You know, this is where the managers monitor the players and control the entire facility. If we go right here, we can open this to the management area, you know, where the managers all sleep. This is shown in Season 2, but it was actually purple, so I made this pink for Season 1. All of the rooms look the same, you know, all that. Alright, and if we come through here, this leads us back to the staircase. Now right here, this leads to the final game, you know, between 456 and 218. You know, 218, the guy who betrayed Ali. But yeah, this performs the Squid, and you can just have like a bare bones fight to the death or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's that. And then, if we come right here, this leads us to the, viewing room for the final game. So, you know, the VIPs will stand here and they can view it while they fight to the death.